Am I the asshole for throwing away my ex-husband's Valentine's gift for his affair partner?
Wait, what?
No. Right?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make sure I heard that right.
Opie threw away their ex's Valentine's present for their affair partner.
Correct.
And so why would they be an asshole for that?
And so you're leaning not the asshole then, it sounds like.
Yeah.
You're just trying to understand how this would happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you even come into possession
Of said gift.
of the gift?
Yeah. Anyway, we can hop into it if you want to find out. All right, so my ex-husband, 34 male, and I, 38 female, have been separated for a year, and the divorce was final last year. About 3 years prior, I caught him in an affair in which he cried and promised things would change and he would never do it again. I was stupid, believed him, and stayed. After countless infidelities, I finally found enough sense and respect for myself to leave the relationship. Good for you. This man gaslit me to the nth degree about his affairs, to the point where he said I needed therapy for the marriage to continue for my false assumptions and questioning his trust.
That's the type of shit I'm
cheating
talking
over and over. What are you talking about?
All I've done is showing you not to trust me. How dare you not trust me?
Yeah, you need to go to therapy to figure out your
so
trust
fun.
issues.
Yeah, I've cheated 10 times.
The irony is, solid proof of his multiple affairs were found days after the last "you need therapy for not trusting me" speech. This was the same day I asked for a divorce.
Good on you.
I found out through mutual friends he is expecting, and their conception date would be when we were still together based on his due date. As you can imagine, this has been a lot to deal with, and having to keep in contact with him to complete divorce proceedings and removing his name from my house was painful. Fast forward 1 year to today, and he has not lived here for a year. This is my house. His name is not on it in any way. And I still get mail from him in which I constantly and have kindly asked him to change via text, for which he says he did and will double check every time. This mail includes things like insurance cards for his new affair baby. Just last week, he picked up a last of his belongings and important mail, which I've held for months waiting for him to pick it up. I celebrated this would be the last time I would ever need to contact or see him again. Yesterday, I received a package, and without thinking, I opened it on my way to the door, thinking it was one of my many Amazon buys, LOL. Well, it's a jewelry box with 2 rather cheap-looking necklaces inside, something I didn't order. I double-checked the shipping label, and it's my ex-husband's name. This is clearly a Valentine's present for the new girl, as the rhinestones are green, which I immediately recognize as the month's birthstones. He's never ordered from this company when we were together, so I would have understood if he had an existing account, which had the old address, but I don't see that being the case. At this point, I feel this is almost intentional. How many times can one put in the wrong address on your things? This man is very much a narcissist, but even I don't know if he would go that far or if he's just that stupid. Also, I really want to go no contact moving forward, so I would rather not text him if it can be avoided. I would be lying if I said I didn't still harbor resentment and hate, but I feel guilty not giving someone something they paid for. So would I be the asshole for throwing away the package in the trash? I looked it up and it was under $80 and not fine jewelry by any means.
Isn't that technically illegal though?
Throwing away someone's mail?
If it's addressed, I know you have to do some sort of like return to sender shit or like ask is it like a post general or something like that
Yeah.
to change your address?
Here's what I'll say,
But,
John.
I mean, that's the legal way to say it, but I would toss that bitch so much.
I was going to say, the way I would be like, I didn't receive a package. What are you talking about?
I'll gaslight them back. Are you kidding me?
You need therapy, actually, for accusing me.
Yes.
But yeah, it's probably illegal to throw out someone else's mail, but that's only if you admit to it or they find out that you did that. So
I didn't do shit.
Yeah, scratch out their name on the
plead the fifth.
I'm scared to incriminate myself, but I have never used return to sender. Not once. That's all I'll say about that.
Can't you just put it back in the mailbox?
Yeah, we have
my mailbox has
a
like
little
a lock on it.
We have a little what you call it, stamper if it's like the old tenant or the old people that owns the house.
Yeah.
And then I put it back in the mailbox.
Yeah, something like that's pretty easy to do.
The people that used to live here should thank me for all the spam that doesn't get to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think spam is fine, and I don't know. I think it is really up to the person to make sure that their mail gets changed over.
Oh yeah, that's their response. Yeah, if they're the ones that move, you better fucking change everything.
Yeah.
I ain't responsible for that shit.
I will say in normal circumstances where it's like, yeah, when you're not the ex that's cheated on me multiple times, then like that's a different scenario. But like in most cases, I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to like put this back in the mailbox and hopefully it gets to you. But
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm just like, you know what? I might as well steal the damn jewelry, fucking wear it, and FaceTime them like I ain't see shit, bro. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
have them like earrings all dangling. I haven't seen anything. Maybe you should change the address next time. Maybe you should contact the place that you bought it, and maybe they could send you a new one.
Maybe they ripped you off. Who knows?
Maybe.
And hot glue it to like an anal. What is it? Anal beads.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, check
Yo,
this
it's
out.
like,
dude.
where is
I
this
have
going?
no idea what you're talking
I
about.
was like, all I just heard was anal. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I was like, I don't want to show
I
them.
feel
my
like
shit.
anal beads is like a sex toy. My friends used to always make anal bead jokes.
Yeah, it is. But
I
you just
feel
said
like,
you stopped halfway
Well, I guess you
through.
don't glue that onto an anal bead. You just say those are your anal beads. I don't know how anal beads work.
Clearly. Oh fuck. God damn it. Did you have anything to add, Sean?
No. I mean, you could do what you want. I mean, I have never returned a sender. Apologies to everybody that has lived before. Sorry about it. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm with John, and I don't give a fuck. I would just lie.
Open a package, shit on the box, and then give it to him.
I would throw that shit out and just lie. I didn't come here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, gaslight them back.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? You know what I mean?
Snitch.
Be-
No one
It's
happens to snitches,
$80.
right?
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he and I do think he is doing it purposely. You know what I mean? Like based
you?
on
He sounds like a dumbass.
I
But
mean,
also, maybe.
I can't imagine like ordering new baby insurance forms and having that go to your ex's place.
Yeah, fuck that kid. That kid ain't gonna have insurance.
Like that baby's you've been out for a while.
John shredding all mail.
I'm sharing all of them, bro. I'm just like, sorry, can't afford them.
I don't know where it went. But
ER, tough luck. Who cares?
it seems like malicious intent to me anyway. I could be just reading into that too much, but based on everything, he seems like the kind of guy that would do that and then gaslight her into being like, no, it was an accident. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
traumatize them back.
attempts
Come on.
yeah,
and the multiple calls to be like, yo, change your shit, update your shit.
yeah, exactly.
Can't feel bad.
Reddit said not the asshole. The embarrassing Gaunt said, for every piece of mail you receive from him, put return to sender. No such person at this address on it. Black out the little barcode, cross out the address, but make sure it's still legible and put it back in the mail. Don't save it for him. Don't let him know you got it. Make it painful for him to not actually change his address. You can also talk to your post office about the fact that you're receiving mail for somebody else that no longer lives at your address, and you would like to see if there's any way for them to block it from being delivered to you. I'm not sure how much help they'll be, but it'll put a paper trail in place to protect you for any mail tampering changes. As for Amazon packages, there must have been porch pirates. You never got it. Now that you're divorced and he has all his crap, there's no reason for him to be able to continue to contact you, so block his ass off everything.
Man, this has been informative for me. I should go to my post office.
Sean's writing it down.
Sean's gonna be out for the fucking show for like 2 months.
Hang on,
Like,
guys.
oh, where's Sean? He's in jail.
We just see
He's in jail.
piles of mail behind him.
He's never
stamping them.
returned to sender. I got
He's a-
boxes full of Pepe Silvia.
Boy, Sean's a felon, bro.
They ended by saying, you're not
Maybe
the
I could
asshole.
be president.
Hey.
True. And then there is an update from OP.
Mm.
They say, first of all, thank you all for the comments reminding me that I don't owe him anything. I don't know why I still feel guilty for doing what I want to do. I just got home from work, so as of now, the package is still in my possession. Later today, the dreaded text did come. No, I did not block him yet. He said he just found out they sent another package to my home and claimed he went off on customer service for using his billing address again. And I left him on red.
Change your billing address, right? You do that for a card?
Again,
or
I
no?
think he's
It
fucking
ain't
lying.
that hard to do it, bro.
I think he's fucking lying.
Again, when that package comes, keep it.
Interesting because this is the first package from this company to ever arrive at this house, but mostly his billing address is still my home, so he hasn't changed it. He knows he hasn't changed it, and he feels that it's a valid excuse for the mix-up. He's running away from tons of debt collectors, so now starting to put together the dots of why he's not updating his address. If it was a true mistake, part of me thought possibly he might have the audacity to reach out to me about the gift to avoid awkwardness or shame due to the nature of the gift. I know if I was in his shoes, I would have written that off as a loss, moved on with my life, and bought a replacement to avoid the awkward and cringy conversation. I've taken the advice of many here and bought return to sender stamp from Amazon to use on everything else I get from here on out. Until then, I hope he doesn't show up at my house unannounced because I'm not sure if I'm going to respond. I'm going to think on the package one more night before sending it into the abyss.
Send it.
And then there's an edit here and then a final update. So the edit is actually clarification on the affair baby. So I'm getting a lot of questions on the timeline of the affair baby. The baby was born last year. Calculating the conception date based on the due date, he knocked her up while we were still married. I didn't say conception date based on birth date because the baby was born 3 months early. People asking, how did I find this out? I found out through friends on social media. How did I know the details? He told me. He overshared in several of his excuses as to why he couldn't meet with the estate attorney back when I was removing him from the home's deed. More info than I would have ever cared to have known. So he was just dumping the information on her when she didn't ask. Final update. I'm a little nervous that he's going to see this post and know it's about him, though this is a throwaway account. Part of me doesn't care. Thank you to everyone for the advice and the reminder that I owe him nothing. It also brought to light that I'm being extremely too kind to someone who continues to torment and use me. Also, I really enjoy all the creative toxic ideas of what to do with the necklace and had some good laughs. LOL.
Yes. Yeah. My type of people.
Anal beads. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not on board
That
with
might be a
sure.
unique one.
It's probably the most upvoted comment, I think, right?
Sean Hemsworth. That's crazy.
What a handsome guy.
Despite
I wish.
Despite wanting to stay no contact, today I finally responded to my ex-husband's text from yesterday. I wrote, "Weird you didn't change your billing address?" And he texted, "Apple Pay still has the old billing address." So I responded, "It's been a year and that he should probably go through his accounts and change his billing address. As of last week, anything sent here for him should have been returned to sender," and he didn't respond. To clarify, I do not have his new address. He went through great lengths to keep that a secret since he lives with the affair partner. So I can't file a change of address in his place or forward his debt collection to him. He used his mother's address in our legal documents, so she's about to start getting a ton of collection mail.
Sorry, Mom.
Embarrassing.
I received the return to sender stamp this morning and will be sending everything back moving forward until the post office gets the hint. I know this isn't as dramatic as most hope for. Sorry to disappoint. And as for the package, what package?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Abyss.
I am still. This is me. Fucking my obsession with listening to all things true crime comes to play. I think there's a little bit more sinister.
Yeah, that's
in here.
We're on the
To
same
me-
level.
To me, I'm just like, okay. Outside of the debt collection, it's understandable that not understandable. I think he's an idiot for doing that, and he's
Yes.
very much so. To me, him doing that and kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like weaponizing competence in a way, like, oh, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to change my address. To me, this is a way of still keeping tabs on her.
Like, bitch, you're in your 30s. Figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean,
And this is kind of like, he's good at manipulating. Seems like he's good at gaslighting. This is probably his own way of saying, like, you know what? I'll always have contact with you, and I still kind of possess you in a way. And
yeah.
that, to me, is a little bit scary.
Also, I realized I just took a shot at Sean by saying, figure it out, you're in your 30s with the return to sender shit.
Oh, I didn't take it
So
that way.
sorry, did not mean that. But yeah, I agree with you 100%, John. I think it is a way to manipulate himself to still force her to have contact with him. And yeah, I think if she doesn't bite on that anymore, he'll lose his power. And
Exactly.
He'll
Yeah.
fuck
Fucking
off.
take her power back, OP.
yeah.
Hit